Thank you very much, Chairman, and thank you very much, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen, and mainly to the state of Telangana, which are hosting us here. I would like to speak about something that is not in the line of this session. This is about airship, or reviving old glory, and I will try to convince you in a very short presentation that this have a lot in the future, in the old way. So one small correction. We are not Rosoboron Export. We are a private company in Russia, Aerosystem, although it started with Ros. And no, I'm not a Russian. I'm an Israeli citizen, although I proudly work with a Russian company. And I love to be in India and really to work in a global environment. I would like to start with a quotation which I'm sure that the many Indian colleagues here know about Abdul Kalam, a very important president and scientist above all of India, who made these dreams are not what you see in sleep, is the thing that doesn't let you sleep. And my dream is to make the world lighter and more unified with this airship that I will shortly present. First, I want to give some small tribute to the host and to India. It's a country that I'm working in the last 9 years and love to come here about 12 times every year. I don't know if everybody knows about the achievement of this country and its rich heritage in mathematics, astrology, and science. Sorry that I need to change it like this. But I would like with, this is not a joke, and I hope that most of you have seen this hilarious movie, Lunchbox, which represent this Mumbai, Dabawalas, I hope that I pronounce it well, one of the most hilarious supply chain in the world. And this is just a small reflection of the vivid and promising India and, of course, space, ISRO, etc., and many things. About my company again, this is a private company in Russia, Agur Aerosystem. It was established in 1991 in Moscow. Actually, the interpreter who initiated it started from Ukraine, then in the United States, and then in Russia. It's a privately owned. We are about 250. It sounds small, but it's very, very big to the LTA lighter than air world of aerostat and airships. And you can see some of our aerostat and airships. And we are proud to have about 50 designers, which is plenty. We have a large variety of aerostat. Aerostat, you know, it's lighter than air balloons that are connected with a tether to the ground, from a very small one to a very large one of 20,000 cubic feet, larger than the one that are now with the Indian Air Force. And we have a variety of tactical airships from 2001, 2016, from a smaller one to the latest one that is flying. This is the Atalant 6. It is a very advanced unmanned airship with a diesel engine and very efficient performance. So a little bit about our association in India. We are a team with Reliance Defense. I think you can see here Mr. Anil Ambani, apparently happy, flying one of the airships near Moscow. We have already provided one medium size, pretty large, 40 meter long, 3,000 cubic meter envelope to the DRDO organization, ADRDE lab in Agra, which was successfully provisioned, supplied, and tested within the Nakshatra technology demonstration program. I think that many people in the area from the electronic near Hyderabad knows about it, because once I visited one antenna company here and I saw some of the payloads that are, I assume, currently implemented on the Aerosat. We have many innovations. I choose to present only one of it. This is safe hydrogen. It sounds like a paradox. Hydrogen, you know, is highly inflammable, but we have found, I mean, a Russian lab have found, and you can see here me and director of ADRDE visiting this lab with the Russian professor that developed a very low cost, high efficiency additive that is making hydrogen almost safe, or I would say almost completely safe. Now I'm coming to the topic of my presentation, and this is, I will start with a quote that sooner or later, everything old is new again. This is of Stephen King, and this paradigm, I think, is representing in the best way, in the way from a windmill to a wind farm today, a very modern wind farm, and this is the way that at least we are predicting that the airship industry will grow. The past was extremely, but extremely glorious. This is the Zeppelin, a very hilarious. Of course, many people remember only the Hindenburg catching, I can see you approving, catching fire above New Jersey. But this is a service that in 1936-7 provided the service of 3 days from Hamburg to South America. Pretty nice. 70 passenger, 40 crew. Quite a complex build-up. About over 1 million rivets without any digital design, nothing. 590 flights, about 1.6 million kilometers was successfully flown. But this is a small issue. Do you recognize this city that the Zeppelin visit? This is, of course, Jerusalem, so I couldn't skip this issue. A part of the Zeppelin, this is another manifestation of the efficiency of airships. This is the record of the K-class airships in World War II. 134 were built, I don't know how many millions of kilometers, crossing the Atlantic. Only one, while escorting a lot of convoys and detecting German submarine, only one was shot down and only one was lost during an entire war. But of course, I reminded the Hindenburg, and many people believe that the Hindenburg disaster in 1937, that by the way was due to the US boycott of helium before World War II. So it was flying on hydrogen. This was one of, without our innovation, of course, that was one of the reasons for the accident. Many people think that this stopped the airship. No, this didn't stop. This was a disaster. 35 people died, but this is World War II with the biggest leapfrog in the history of aviation and the emergence of transport aircraft, of engine, etc. This is one that killed the airship, almost killed for many years. But dreamers were keep eluding on flying towns, a lot of luxurious things in the air. And some very major program has been developed in the United States, such as the LAMB of the ISIS. The ISIS is a very good manifestation of a high-altitude airship that has enormous size for antennas and electronic equipment and is very instrumental in surveillance. Many people fail in the way to achieve airships. This cargo lifter here is something that was developed in Germany 12 years back. It was supposed to pick up about 40 tons, like a huge helicopter, raise about $400 million at that time, you can translate it to euros, and eventually didn't fly from reason that I will discuss. But at least today, in this year, we are seeing these two families of aerostat and airships that are practical. Lockheed Martin that just declared in the last Paris Air Show that they are going to fly commercial, our Atlanta airship that I will present, and the high altitude airships that are bringing something between the space, the satellites and the ground. And these are the two families. Heavy hybrid airships that are capable to carry up to 100 tons. We are able to carry up to 60 tons, and the stratospheric airship. This is our stratospheric airship design. I have to say that it's, I would say, in early design, in concept study. We are looking for partners. It's fully solar generated. It is up in the stratosphere, above the jet stream, can survive only on solar power. Between 3 to 6 months, cover huge area. It's flexible system for surveillance, but mainly for communication, and it's covering 1 to 2 million area. I've chosen to present Project Loon. I will not deal about it, and I'm sorry that I have to rush because of the time limitation. I don't know if you know about Project Loon. This is a free flying helium-filled huge balloons that now will provide perhaps internet to Sri Lanka, but we are doing it in another way. But the aim is the same. The aim is the same, to have a cost-effective solution, less than 10% of a satellite, flexible launch, repair, and replace. And I predict that sometimes the geostationary volume of the space will be occupied, so people will need some other solution. There are a lot of challenges in putting hybrid, in putting stratospheric airship. Complexity, the space.